Right lads, and it's a historic week for Irish football as two sides, Shelbourne and Shamrock Rovers, begin their European League campaigns in the Conference League. Today we will focus on Shamrock Rovers' 6 opponents as we take a quick look at each side and a few factoids along the way. Be advised, this is not a tactical breakdown or player analysis of these sides. I'm nowhere near qualified enough to do that. A difficult game out the gates for Rovers as they travel to the Czech Republic to face Sparta Prague, or Praha. Based in the Czech capital, the game is being played in Sparta's home, the EPET Arena, a ground Rovers fans will know well as they only played there last year in the second qualifying round of the Champions League. The club's main rivals are of course Slavia Praha, a derby that funnily enough is actually being played the same week as this fixture, so if any Rovers fans are planning on making a week out of this trip, might be worth looking into. Honours, yeah, these guys are very good. Yeah, the country's most successful club, 38-time Czech champions, 16-time cup winners. Yeah, these guys are no slouches, alongside a European record that includes numerous knockout stage appearances. And funnily enough, their assistant manager is also from Killarney, just a bit of a mad one. Next up for Rovers, their first home match in Tala Stadium against NK Celje of Slovenia. Now, I already covered these guys in the Shells video, watch that here. So in short, 3 league titles, 3 Slovenian Cups to their name, most recently winning it this year. They've previously beat Dundalk in the first round of the Champions League in 2020 and lost to Shamrock Rovers last year in the Europa League third round. Next up is an away trip to Athens. Yeah, I'm very jealous of this one. If you didn't know, I don't support either of these sides. As Rovers face AEK Athens, one of the biggest clubs in Greece alongside PAOK, Olympiacos and Panathinaikos, the latter of whom they contend the Athens derby with. This game is to be played in the Hagia Sophia Stadium in front of what are considered to be some of the best fans in Europe. Domestically, they are 13-time champions and 16-time cup winners, most recently in 2023 when they secured a domestic double. In Europe, they've no shortage of appearances in the group stages of the Champions League and Europa League. However, this will be their first meeting with an Irish side. Yeah, Rovers did really get a tough draw, with their fourth opponent being another massive club in their respective country, a home tie against Ukraine's Shakhtar Donetsk. Founded in 1936, the club competed in the Soviet League up until the USSR's dissolution in 1991 and have since competed in the Ukrainian Premier League. The club draws a lot of its support from the Donbass region, but has had to move away from its historic home due to a certain war. Their main rivals are Dynamo Kiev, due to the two sides being the most successful in Ukrainian football, with Shakhtar having 15 league titles and 15 Ukrainian cups. They are also the only club on both of these lists, both Shells and Rovers opponents, with a European trophy, winning the UEFA Cup, now the Europa League, in 2009, with this year also being their first meeting with an Irish side. Next up is a trip to Iceland to face Breidablik, based in Kópavogur. This is another place Rovers fans will be familiar with, as the two sides faced each other in 2023 in the first round qualifier of the Champions League. Although this is their hometown, due to the small capacity, Breidablik will play Rovers in the that place, Iceland's national stadium. The club was founded in 1950 and plays in the Besta Deilda Karla, which is a funny name, but essentially it's just Iceland's top tier. 1-time cup winners and 3-time Icelandic champions, this is their second time in group/league phase action in the Conference League. Rovers' final league phase match comes at home to Maltese side Hamrun Spartans. Hailing from the town of Hamrun and having possibly the worst name for a team ever, the club was founded all the way back in 1907. Yeah, not much on these guys, they got done for match fixing, but then again, so did most teams on this list at some point in their history. 11-time Maltese champions, 6-time cup winners, and this marks their first forte into league phase football. Comment below your predictions for all of these games mentioned, and stay tuned for more.